Just getting out of the city now. We had some good coffee this morning. Longaguu says he made up for the bad coffee we had yesterday. Some observations about Chiang Mai. Riding here so far about 1 day. So yesterday was the first day. Today we've just started. We started a little bit late. Woke up at 9 plus, had breakfast, chilled a little bit, and then we went for a pre-ride coffee outside first before we actually started the ride proper. The traffic here can be quite heavy in the city, but I think it's quite manageable because everyone's speed is less than 40. It's quite narrow, a lot of traffic lights, so not too bad. And also there aren't many heavy vehicles, which helps quite a bit in terms of not feeling so intimidated. The temperature in the morning was around 19, and then by the time we got up it was around 25, so that was perfect. But now it's 36 here, so it's quite warm, but somehow it doesn't feel as bad as in Singapore in terms of like the heat, because the humidity here is a lot better. It's only like 20 over 30% humidity. So all we did is put on the sunblock, bring lots of water out, and I think it doesn't feel as bad as Singapore, honestly. You don't get that sticky, wet feeling all the time. Also, I imagine that the traffic in the outskirts will be quite nice and comfortable. So starting late is fine. I guess today we'll find out whether this is really a place where we can ride all day. Then that will be a perfect destination for us to go to. 3 hours flight and a complete change of environment.
At least we started off with like really good coffee. Yeah. Really wanted to stay there like much longer just to enjoy the space and all. But yeah, I started off with not so good coffee experience yesterday, and then it got better, so it should only go up, right? Unless we keep going back to the same place.
I guess you were right when you said yesterday's coffee was starting at the bottom.
I mean, coffee experience, not coffee. I'm not a coffee expert, so it's not so about beans and all, but experience of drinking and getting a coffee.
At coffee yesterday was like, I think it's good we came here, then we start at a low for the coffee places.
Should have started at Starbucks, right? The most effective thing is actually the cheapest. Waterproof, sweat-proof, perspiration-proof, soggy-proof.
You sure you don't need an essentials case?
What's an essential case?
Rafa essentials case.
Unless if I get it free.
What do you get? Coconut water, gummies. I also bought some gummies. The strange thing is over here they sell the gummies in really small packs, like 45 grams. You gotta buy a few, but it's good. Then you use it like a gel. Every time you finish one packet, you know, okay, one gel done.
So
yeah, just shove it like that.
yeah, 80 cents each.
Oh, it's really hot, man. But I think once we head up the mountain, it'll be cooler. This is like our first rest stop, because we needed to go and buy like drinks and food. We didn't manage to do a supermarket run yesterday. But the 7-Eleven is not bad. It's quite well stocked. A lot of things.
Coconut water in Thailand tastes different.
Yeah, it's sweeter, right?
Yeah. I have an issue with this thing. Number one bestseller.
Why?
Like, there's another coconut water that is not, that doesn't have number one bestseller. And I bought it because it has number one bestseller. So it could be a fulfilling prophecy. Anyway, they sell this in Singapore as well.
So I know earlier I said that the weather is very hot, but it's bearable. I think that only applies in the wind, because whenever we stop, wow, it gets so hot. The dry heat also is quite painful. The right plan for today is to do a 107k loop 2,200 meters of elevation. We're going past this place called Samoeng. I think that's the name of the loop as well. Our target time is 6 hours, so we have plenty of time. Started around 12:30, and as long as we get back around sunset, I think that's good enough. So today's video is filmed with my Insta360 Ace Pro. I'll be using a combination of the pure video mode for the lower light situations and also the normal video mode, which comes with the FlowState stabilisation. So right now I'm in FlowState stabilisation mode, and you can see that the handshake is very minimal, even though the camera is bouncing all around in front of me. Came out today with only around 70% of battery life because I forgot to charge it yesterday, but we'll see whether it can last the whole ride or not. I also really like the function where I can delete my footage on the go. Like, let's say I film something and then I realize that I'm not very happy with it, I can just press and hold the shutter button and I can delete it immediately. So that saves me time in post-processing from having to weed out the footage that I don't like. Later on, I also expect to have some nice descents, and I can test out how this camera handles that.
In a previous video, I have showed you the side-by-side comparison of the Insta360 Ace Pro's low light capabilities compared to the GoPro Hero 9 that I was previously using. I'm showing it again to demonstrate that in cycling's context, it translates to a more stable shot with better visibility. The next thing that impresses me is how vibrant the colours on the Ace Pro are compared to the GoPro, even before any colour grading is applied. The other thing that stands out is the HDR quality, especially for backlit shots such as this one. The Ace Pro's picture is a lot more balanced.
Even though this camera has a feature for wind noise reduction, I still felt like the wind was coming in, especially when used for things like cycling, because the wind is really quite strong. So I bought a foam for the Ace Pro, just like the one that I have for my GoPro, and I think that solves the problem quite easily. It's a low cost solution. Wow, this is nice, huh?
Insert Korean music.
This part, not so fun. Steep climb, heat is around 37 degrees. Gradient is like 12 to 15%. I'm on my slowest gear. I'm running a 36 front and 34 back. I think he's on a 36 front and looks like a 30 back. Makes me think maybe we should have started earlier in the morning when it's cool, and maybe it wouldn't be so painful.
That was good, but that was torturous. I'm just glad we didn't stop. Let's keep going.
It's painful. It's like there's no wind and then it's hot. And I'm just like barely keeping 6 kilometers per hour.
But my lower abs is
Hurting.
coming climb. Guess what? It's 1 out of 6 climb.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I'm saying it properly. 50% of me is like, okay, we'll see how it goes. But
contingency plan, we get one of the pickups to bring us back.
bring us up, and then we complete.
Oh yeah. To the top, and then we can just descend down. That works too.
Like a what skiers do? Snowboarders.
Yeah. Okay, so it seems like we are 1/3 of the way done now. I think we're halfway up the first climb though. Halfway up the first climb, which is really steep for some reason, averaging like 10 to 15% all the way. And then that's the most steep part. After that, we have another few more climbs, but they don't look as steep. And overall distance wise, we are 1/3 of the way through. So we have to get to here, and we are now 1/3 of the way through. There's a 7-Eleven later, so we can stop there to refuel a little bit. We are not even at the viewpoint of the Samoeng forest. Okay, but we'll get there eventually. Samoeng?
Samoeng.
Ah, sorry, Samoeng.
No, I don't know.
Forgive me. Continue?
Yeah, of course. Yes. I mean,
Don't have a choice,
yeah.
huh?
I mean, downhill is the way.
Yeah, okay.
But I wouldn't be happy with the massage later, so let's push it.
Okay, let's go. Can you believe we're only halfway through, distance-wise?
I believe.
Oh, you believe?
Yeah.
But usually the first part is the hardest, because that's where the climb is. And then the second part is mainly descent with some ascents, then it's not so bad. So hopefully that's...
Any more ascent, we might be going to heaven.
all the way up, huh? Cash is with you?
Oh yeah.
My second ride in Chiang Mai. I don't know if all the climbs are like this, but they're not fun at all. The minimum grade I've seen is like 10%. There's no time for recovery. We had to stop for water along the way because it's quite hot. But the nice thing is you drive really fast, so now I'm sweating, right? And then once I move off, the air feels cool and I become dry quite quickly. It's a nice lookout point, huh? Yeah, I don't think he's feeling very good. Taking a few moments to appreciate the view, because what's the point of climbing and putting in so much effort if you don't get the chance to see something nice? After completing the first climb, which is the steepest and longest one we have for today, morale is high again. Looking at this view, it kind of reminds me of riding in France, like the roads on top of the mountains with all the houses perched on top. Of course, there are obvious differences, different vegetation, no rice plantations there, but it's kind of like the same, where they have villages at the top and along the way having shops.
This is our last climb, and it's the slowest grind ever. But after this, on the bright side, it's all descents. It's 5:30 now, so we have kind of like a time constraint. Just trying to show you how steep this thing is, but I don't think the video actually accurately captures it. This looks like the top. I hope it's the top. Waiting for Longaguu now. On the bright side, I think we'll get a very nice sunset descent home. Come on. This looks like the top. Great job, man.
Oh, man.
This guy is crazy. He did the whole thing on a 30 sprocket at the back.
I think it's 34, 36.
No. Mine is 34. It's the same size as my disc. And yours is smaller than your disc, so it's 30. And I saw that sometimes you were using the bigger gears even. Morale low just now.
Oh, man, I love cycling. That's what cycling is all about, right?
Fuck, this is not. My morale was so low just now, I just wanted to go.
I almost wanted to like hitch a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Okay, all downhill from here, so that's good.
Downhill, uphill, emotions.
Uphill of emotions, downhill of gradient. Whew. Okay. Descend?
Yeah.
Made it back to the city. It's been a very hard ride. Finally seeing some civilization, and I think just in time for sunset. Tough ride for both of us, but I call it character building.
What am I building?
The legs.
Oh, I like the character. Yeah, I was thinking like, you know those like if I don't complete this mountain, my family will die kind of mindset. Okay, maybe just me.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.